Man is back.
Oh, my gosh, the ring got messed up. This is a 5 out of freaking 5.
It is beat making time.
Next week is E3 week. My album comes out next week.
I have delivered. Something is true, something but look at that, my God.
This is your boy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. This is your boy Dash the True Inferno. Back at it with another Pokemon Unite commentary video, gameplay commentary. Yeah, we're going to stop there. But I got a video for you guys right here. So this is actually the third video that I recorded on Tuesday, January the 18th. The other two will be released over the next 2 weeks. You know, based on Wednesdays, over the span of the next 2 weeks, rather. Which is ironic because the very first video I recorded, I'm going to release 2 weeks from now. And the video I recorded second, I will release next week, which is second. And then the video I recorded last, which is this one, I released first. Because this was the latest in breaking news right here. So all three was breaking news. But this one was like the newest out of the three. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. So actually we got good news. We got good news because this story has been updating all day since it's broke, I think, yesterday. And actually, I found it sometime yesterday, I think, late last night, early morning. And I found out about it as soon as I woke up. Yeah, so it was posted at 9:19 a.m. So, what happened? Yeah, here's what happened. Microsoft, the company that makes Xbox, that's pretty much what they're known for nowadays. And, of course, involved with Windows, they now purchased Activision Blizzard. So it was Bethesda, it was other gaming companies, and now it is Activision Blizzard. So this is the same company that brings you World of Warcraft, that brings you Diablo, that brings you Call of Duty, and at the same time had issues with their CEO being abusive towards women and allowing a bunch of stuff going on with him to the point where one of his female employees committed suicide. I covered all of that stuff. It was a bunch of stuff going on within Activision Blizzard, but now Microsoft is in the process of owning Microsoft or Activision Blizzard. So let's get on with the original story, and then I'll give you guys the good news about this story. So here we go, the original story. And this is off of IGN.com, by the way. I gotta clear my throat for that one. Microsoft has confirmed that controversial Activision Blizzard CEO Bobby Kotick will remain in his position after it acquires the company. Now, that's the original story. We got 2 updates. We're going to get to those in a second. Let's move on. Microsoft announced its intention to buy Activision Blizzard for almost $70 billion. I think it was like $67.9 billion, something like that. And made clear that Kotick will remain in his position, and there's a big smile on my face, until the deal was complete. IGN asked for comment on what the future of the scandal hit executive would be after the deal. And this is the quote here. Bobby will lead Activision Blizzard as CEO as he has for the last 30 years, replied a Microsoft spokesperson. Continue on with the quote. Together, Bobby and Phil will work together to ensure the transition to this exciting new combined enterprise. The Activision Blizzard business will report to Phil after the close. End quote, by the way. The spokesperson did not add any details about Kotick's specific duties once Spencer stepped in as CEO. So, yeah, that's pretty much what happened. Now, I'm not going to read the rest of the article because it basically talks about everything that happened involving Activision Blizzard prior to this. So let's go on with the first update. Since posting this story, IGN had learned that Kotick's future at Activision Blizzard is still officially unconfirmed, despite what I just read in regards to the original story. Due to the time between the deal's announcement and its expected close date in Microsoft's 2023 financial year, IGN understands that no firm decision has been made about Kotick's role at the company after that point. IGN's original line of questioning, which you can see in the below story I talked about already, centered specifically on Kotick's future after the completion of the deal, but it seems the response Microsoft sent in reply to that question was not a direct answer. It was speaking more generally than that post-acquisition period we were inquiring about. With a deal of this kind, many elements will remain in flux until closer to the confirmation, meaning elements can change over time. Equally, with Kotick's current contract set to expire in 2023 at the earliest, it may be that Microsoft is considering his position in the new organization after that point, especially with Phil Spencer taking control of Activision Blizzard Studios after the deal's completion. Speaking during a Microsoft investor call today, Kotick did not specifically mention his part in the company, but explained that he and Phil Spencer, quote unquote, couldn't be more excited for the incredibly exciting future we have ahead and together, end quote. IGN apologizes for any confusion. So that was the first update. Now here's the second update. And according to the Wall Street Journal, sources familiar with the deal says Activision CEO Bobby Kotick is set to leave after the deal closes, despite contradictory statements saying that Kotick, quote unquote, will continue to serve as CEO of Activision Blizzard, end quote. The two companies agree that Kotick will depart once Microsoft acquires Activision Blizzard. Kotick did not specifically address whether he will stay or leave beyond ensuring, quote unquote, the very best integration, end quote. But with the deal still waiting to be finalized, Microsoft and Activision Blizzard could be keeping the full details of the arrangement private for now. So, this is great. This is phenomenal. This is fantastic. So, as it stands right now, even though they were saying the otherwise in the original story and in the first update, but the second update, which is the more recent update, basically says the following. Bobby Kotick is going out the door. Once this deal is done, which is apparently during the financial year of 2023, Bobby Kotick is gone, which is beautiful, which is great, which is phenomenal. So this is good news. So yeah, there you go with that. And this is huge because Microsoft got another company. They already got Bethesda, and I already saw a tweet saying Ubisoft, you're next. So Microsoft is becoming the Disney of gaming. It's crazy. They buying all of these companies, and it's really, really crazy. I can't believe they got Activision, Blizzard. Right? I'm about to say Activision Bethesda. That's not the name of the company. So it's really, really bananas that they are going this far with Activision Blizzard. So here's the thing, and I want to see. I'm trying to get a list of all the companies Microsoft has purchased, and they purchased a lot actually. Remember once upon a time they tried to buy Nintendo, and Nintendo pretty much laughed at their face. Like, yeah, that was a thing once upon a time. But like, if you go to Wikipedia.com and you see list of mergers and acquisitions by Microsoft, there's a long list actually. There's a long list of companies, like without question. And you know, it's really, really crazy to see. Activision Blizzard is now one of those companies that is now under Microsoft. It's just phenomenal to see. And here's what I think is going to happen, because we already seen it with Bethesda. But now here's what I think is going to happen. In about, and I'm guessing here this in terms of how long it would take for this to happen, but in about, I'm going to say 5, maybe 7 years, and I'm being honest when I say this, in about 5 to 7 years, the Xbox will be an American exclusive console between Microsoft, between Xbox and PlayStation. Microsoft will be exclusive to America, and Sony will be kicked out of America. The PlayStation will be kicked out of America. Now, that might be unbelievable to say, but because of Microsoft buying all these companies, you know, these companies going to make their games like the Assassin's Creed, like the, well, any Bethesda game. I'm about to say Elder Scrolls 6 rather, but all this other stuff. They're going to be making these games that are either time exclusive to Xbox or will straight up be exclusive to Xbox. And it is very, very interesting to see that Microsoft is buying all of these video game studios and companies and things of that nature. And it does make you wonder, are they trying to be the Disney of video games? That, like, I'm the one who's been saying this for a while, but Disney is trying to take over the world, because Disney been buying a bunch of stuff. Although they slow down, but they've been buying a lot of, you know, of these companies over the years. Disney did, and now Microsoft is doing the same thing. Microsoft is trying to be like Disney, and when you got Game Pass, Like, bruh, it's looking really good for Microsoft. So, granted, Frost did say, and I talked about this in my first video that I recorded today, which you will see 2 weeks from now. We talked about the Frost controversy. He was talking about how Microsoft is going to smash PlayStation. Well, I don't this year, and how Microsoft already smashed PlayStation in the last part of the what is it, the console wars. And I disagree with her both ways. But like, yo, if she would have said 5, 6, 7, 8 years from now, Microsoft about to smash Sony, I'll be like, well, I mean, like this was 5, 6, 7 years from now in the future, and she would have said that, you might make a good point. But right now, no. But at this point in time, no. And she made that statement even before this happened, before Microsoft bought Activision Blizzard. She said that before this happened. But yeah, despite that, I still don't see it happening. Not this year, but again, 5, 6, 7, 8 years from now, Sony might be in trouble in terms of them selling their consoles in the United States, that is. Like, they still got Japan, and they might have, what? I don't know, maybe other countries like Australia, maybe the continent of Europe, I don't know. But at the end of the day, this is big for Microsoft. That's all I'm going to say, and I'm going to call it a wrap. And with all that said, y'all know who this is. This is boy New J Gatsby, a.k.a. the new Stephen A. Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah.